And welcome to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we get ready for semifinal number 2 here in the A-Town Regional, as we get ready for the Princeville Lady Princes taking on the Brimfield Indians here this evening on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed, happy to be joining you here once again, as the winner of this one will be taking on the host of the A-Town Regional. That'll be the A-Town Tornadoes. And here to join us here before we get this one underway is the head coach of the A-Town Tornadoes. That would be Mr. Brent Dugan joining us here on TSSR. Mr. Dugan, appreciate you joining us here. I know you probably got a little scouting to do here before we get things going here, but appreciate you chatting with us here pregame before game number 2 here. But congratulations, a regional semifinal win, back into the regional championship game for the 3rd straight year. I know that's kind of the goal here, especially when you're hosting the regional, but things getting off to, as we were talking off air before we went on here, things got off to a little bit of a sluggish start here before your girls eventually turned it on and eventually pulled away with a big win once again against Roba Williamsfield.
Yeah, and I thought Roba did a great job Roba Williamsfield did a great job of slowing the game down and keeping pace, and I didn't think we did a good job of speeding it up. That being said, I didn't think we did a good job offensively making cuts. That being said, congratulations to Anna and Avery. While they've been in high school, that was their 100th win in this program.
Wow.
So congratulations to them. There's not a lot of players that can go through that and say that. They got 100 wins in their career, at least part of the program. They didn't necessarily play much their freshman year or any, but they were part of the program. So 100 wins in their varsity careers.
Well, that is a pretty impressive feat. Like you said, something that a lot of high schoolers don't get to say, and that just kind of goes to show the kind of success that we've been talking about. It 5 straight years with over 20 wins here at A-Town, and school record last year and a trip to the super sectional. And as we've talked about, you and I have talked about throughout the year, just the big target on you guys' back here. But you guys welcome that challenge with open arms here. You're going to take everybody's best shot, and you expect it at this point. And your girls all season long, they've responded to that challenge every single game.
Yeah, they certainly have. And again, I don't want to take away from, like you said, is a little stagnant tonight. Well, to the girls' credit, I didn't think maybe they were doing all the things wrong. There was just some quick whistles. We had to make some adjustments because of those whistles.
Right.
And that's not to say that we're not going to get that down the road or we're belly aching about tonight. That's not my point. My point is sometimes you got to make the adjustment. We got to play a little more cushion defense, and we got to do other things differently, and not maybe up in your face and getting away with a nudge here or there. Some of those moving screens, I questioned them. He saw it differently than I did. That's the way the ball bounces sometimes, and obviously when you're talking referees, they get to blow the whistle, and I get to sit back and complain about it to a degree. But all kidding aside, I thought, like you said, the girls did what they needed to do. A little lethargic tonight. I have a feeling it was due to the fact we were off school today. Sunday, Monday game following a Sunday, you're just 2 days of being lethargic.
Right.
And I thought that just kind of boiled over into this game.
Well, and certainly with the postseason here now, but you guys have certainly been in playoff mode with the LTC championship, which you guys claimed there last week. So things happen. These are just high school kids. You got to keep that in mind there, certainly. Yeah. But certainly some players that weren't lethargic there in the scoring department. Kennedy and Caden both with over 20 points. I mean, when they're hitting buckets, there was a basket early in the game, that shooter's touch that Kennedy has so much. Kennedy Quinn hit that one that bounced high off the rim and bounced back in. And I said on the broadcast, when she's hitting shots like that, it's almost game over, because she sees those going in. She's going to have all the confidence in the world, and she showed it here once again tonight, finishing with 22.
Agreed. And I think she's doing a very, very good job of reading the defense, taking what they're giving you. Now, tonight, Roba was really packing it in with their pack line defense, and I thought she was reading that extremely well, going about 12 feet, making that mid-range jumper, and that's part of our offense, even though at times we just kind of got a little stalemated. We didn't get ball reversal the way I wanted to. We didn't take advantage of a couple other situations. But when you got Kennedy Quinn on the floor to do those things, sometimes we ball watch. And that's the other bad. We all want to watch Kennedy Quinn, and that's not always a good thing when you got 3 or 4 others that need to be making some plays or parts of that play, and our backside stuff needs to be a lot better.
Talking to the head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, Brent Dugan, joining us here before we get things started here in our second semifinal. Winner of this game between Brimfield and Princeville will take on the A-Town Tornadoes in the regional championship coming up on Thursday evening. A girl who certainly has been shooting the ball really, really well here, and you and I have talked about it during the A-Town broadcasts as the season wound down. Miley Weber started things off really hot, finished in double figures. You had 3 players in double figures here tonight. Miley feels like she's really starting to gain that confidence that you guys were wanting to get out of her all season long.
And when you can have Kennedy drive to her side and you double team the gap as they were doing, and Kennedy's strong enough to make that pass to the corner, and you're sitting there basically playing horse, and Miley's hitting that shot right now and honestly not touching rim at times. So that is great to see. I mean, her three-point average is just skyrocketed from where it was over the last 2 to 3 weeks. And I think our offensive numbers have skyrocketed as well just because of that. Our defense has gotten a little bit better, but I will all say all around, when Kennedy drives your side and you're hitting that shot, well, then roll it to the other side and you got Crow or Caden hitting the other shot. So that's all good things too.
Certainly so. Before we let you go here, as we get ready for the start of this ball game here between Brimfield and Princeville, I know there's the potential that you guys could play Princeville a third time here this season, or the chance to play Brimfield, who's always a tough out.
Second time
for a second time. Brimfield's always a tough out. So, what are you expecting from this game here, and what are you expecting once you guys get back on the floor there Thursday for the championship game?
Well, the one thing we can't do, obviously we've played both teams, and we've taken care of business on the court. We cannot just take things for granted. We got to go out and get it, go out and earn it, and we're going to feel a lot better by doing that if that's how we go about it. And Thursday's a long ways away. I know Avery went down with an ankle injury tonight, so a little concerning tonight, but I know Avery's going to look at the big picture. She's got to take care of herself the next two days, and then obviously get that day rest before the game, and we'll tape her up and get her out there. But it's funny, all year we go through and we didn't have any injuries. In the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's just showed its ugly face. But we're back on the men, besides Avery. We're back on the men with the other 2 Quinn girls, and I went down hard tonight. Got her out right away. You all right? Yep, we're good. So her head's all good, and she was moving well after that, so that was good to see too.
All right, well, we won't keep you. I know you got some scouting to do here tonight. He's the head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, Brent Dugan, joining us here. Coach, appreciate the time.
Wyatt.
Best of luck. We'll see you Thursday.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
He's the head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, Brent Dugan, joining us here on his way to a 3rd straight regional championship game. So we'll see them on Thursday here at A-Town High School. And appreciate him joining us here in the pregame. And, it's a little bit of breaking news there with the news surrounding Avery Stiegel. I didn't see the play, so that's certainly some concern for A-Town. But we will keep an eye on that and keep you guys posted once we go on the air coming up on Thursday for the ball game in the regional championship game. Opening tip-off is won by Princeville. They are wearing the whites, and Brimfield wearing the black uniforms here this evening as we are underway. Good to have you with us here for our second of 2 regional semifinal games here in TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed as we get things started, and Sahara Street Matter goes right inside and draws the foul. And as you said, as Brent Dugan said, I should say, before he left us here, either team that wins this ball game, it's going to be a rematch. It's either Princeville for a 3rd time or Brimfield, who they faced earlier this season, who is never an easy out come postseason time. So going to be interesting to watch this one transpire as this one goes along, as the first one up and good for Sahara Street Matter. And she is one heck of an athlete here for the Lady Princes, as the second shot up and good as well. 2 shots good for Sahara Street Matter, and we are underway here. Princeville showing a little bit of a full court pressure, and we got a whistle and a tie-up. Possession arrow will go to the Indians. The Brimfield Indians for this one, as that's a jump ball in their favor. By the way, feel free to get in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're pulling for here this evening. Or if you're an A-Town fan coming over, doing a little scouting, feel free to chat with us as well. That one goes up top as Landry Queerum. I'll go over the starting lineups here as we move along here. We were chatting with Coach Dugan during that introductions here, but Appreciate Coach Dugan again joining us here. We'll talk to both coaches on Thursday after the regional championship game. Into the corner. We hope to, anyway. Let's just say that. We were hoping to talk to both coaches after the LTC championship game, but that didn't end up happening, which you can understand on the team who's on the short end of the stick. And the team that ends up on the losing end, they may not want to be as chatty, shall we say, but yeah, certainly understand if we don't hear from them. But we're gonna put the invite out, and that one off the rim. As that one goes into the corner, that one turned over. And it'll be Brimfield Indian basketball. Lady Princes leading this thing 2-0 off the free throws from Sahara Street Matter. Bringing it up the floor here is Brimfield. Not as much pressure from the Lady Princes. So Brimfield can set up their offense, going inside, putting up a shot. That one no good. Street Matter nearly took that one away, lost it out of bounds. So the Indians will keep the basketball here as 6:25 to go here in the first. So let's go through Brimfield's starting lineup. Top of the key, there's a three on the way. That one no good. Able to save it. Nice play there in the corner by Skyer Minders. Hopefully I'm saying that name correctly there for Brimfield. Driving inside, and that one blocked. A nice play there by Brimfield. Here comes Street Matter, kicks it right side. And driving inside, there goes Reagan Calder. Back to Street Matter. Free throw line, that is a jumper. Might have been partially blocked. We'll see what the officials say. They do not. They say it was just a missed shot. All right. Chris joining. Oh, Sahara. Okay, I'll get that right there. Appreciate the help there, Chris. Just like the desert. Although I've heard other people say the desert either way, so appreciate the help there. I've done enough Princeville games. I should have known that. This is my third or fourth Princeville game this year. Top of the key, there is Street Matter. That one no good, and the rebound ends up in the hands of Minders. 5.5 minutes to go here. A slow start here offensively. Free throw line it goes to Josie Wewell. Got a whistle and a tie-up. Possession arrow this time will go to the Princes. 5:27 to go here in the first, as Princeville will bring it back. Still a good crowd here at A-Town High School. Some of the A-Town folks doing a little scouting, trying to watch and see who their team is going to be taking on next. Top of the key, there's an open look for three. That one no good. And an offensive rebound for the Indians again. It's Landry Queeram. With it now, right side is, what is that? I can't read my own handwriting. Lainey Linthicum. I can't read my own handwriting. Lainey Linthicum, left side. Now back up top, there's Katie Doe. Inside pass, nice find. That one blocked away. Nice play by Street Matter. Sending that one out of play. She's been all over the floor here in the early going. 2-0 our score as the inbounds play. That one tipped outside, and Brimfield will have it again. It's been a long offensive possession, though, for the Indians. Pass goes into the corner. Linthicum with it up top now is Queeram. Queeram got a whistle and a travel. So it'll be a turnover. We do have one foul here in the ball game. That is on Brimfield, so I'll update that on the old scoreboard. Checking into the ball game here, Sienna Graham joins the players out there on the floor there for Brimfield. She'll take over for Landry Queeram. Top of the key, there is a three on the way, off the back rim, no good. And the rebound, here come the Indians. Looking for their first points of the ball game, into the corner. That's an open look for three. Back rim, no good. Offensive rebound again. Rebounding's been big here so far for Brimfield, but they haven't been able to put up second chance points. Quickly the other way, here's Bethany Sennett with it in the corner. Sennett will kick it out, 3:50 to go here in the first. Street Matter goes inside all the way to the rack and lays it up and in. Sahara Street Matter with the bucket. Nice play there for the Lady Princes. The lead is now 4-0. Street Matter with all 4 of the points. Quickly the other way, nice pass. That one blocked away again by Street Matter. 3.5 to go here in the first. Street Matter with at least her second block. Linthicum with it, left side into the corner. It's Graham. Good ball movement here. Indians turn around. That one blocked once again. I don't think Addison Buckley was even trying to block it on that one. 3:15 to go here in the first quarter. Driving, nice pass to the baseline. Shot up, no good. Rebound into the hands of Katie Doe. Here come the Indians. Getting that one inside. It's tipped originally by Street Matter. Putting up the shot left-handed, no good. Rebound back into the hands of Princeville. Jason Weber joining us here in the comments, saying the kind words. A 3, that one from the corner. Bethany Sennett from downtown. Lady Princes make it 7-0. 2:40 to go here in the first. Up the floor, that one tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Sennett. With 2:36 to go here in the first. Winner of this game will advance to the regional championship game and will take on the A-Town Tornadoes. Will it be Princeville's third date with A-Town, or will it be Brimfield's second? Either way, it's a rematch of an earlier matchup this season. Shot no good there by Josie Wewell. And up the floor, here come the Lady Princes into the corner. Good ball movement. That's a 2 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, out of bounds. Who'd it go off last? Oh, they say it went off of Brimfield. 2:09 to go here in the first. Street Matter will inbound the basketball here on the baseline. Gets it right side to, wrong side there. Reagan Calder. We got a whistle. Stepping on the baseline, out of bounds. And it'll be a turnover. Neither side lining up the scoreboard too much. That one off the shoot tops of Lainey Linthicum. And that one goes out of bounds, so a turnover for the Indians. Tough sledding here for Brimfield, looking for their first points as we approach the 2-minute mark. Here's Sennett. That's a 2 on the baseline. That one rims out, no good. Rebound falls into the hands of Minders. Up the floor, here come the Indians looking for their first points here. Top of the key, Sienna Graham. Katie Doe now with it, gets it. There's a nice pass to the inside. That one up and good. Minders, Skyer Minders for 2, and that ends the 7-0 start for the Lady Princes. Right side, Sennett lost it out of bounds. Let's see who touched it last. The officials will come together. Should be out of bounds. Oh, they say out of bounds. Last touch by Brimfield. I thought it was off of Princeville, to be honest with you, but that's why I'm not the official. I can't see up here. Pass goes to Calder as she goes to the free throw line. That one's stripped and stolen away. Here comes Linthicum, one-on-one to the basket, lays it up, no good, but we have a foul. As a little bit of a student section for the Brimfield side. On the far side of the court, you see, they're standing up enjoying it. That's more of the Brimfield folks filing in here. Getting one of their own to come to the student section as that shot no good by Linthicum. 1:19 to go, 7-2 our score. Lainey Linthicum one more on the way, off the back rim, no good, and the rebound into the hands of Street Matter. Boy, she has been good here in the first half. Street Matter kicks it right side into the corner. There's an open look for 3. Sennett, no good. Gets her own miss, falls to the ground. We got a whistle and a travel. So it'll be Brimfield basketball with 1:06 to go. Brimfield Indians making the drive over. Beautiful facility there at Brimfield. Was there last year for the A-Town Super Section, the A-Town game there at Brimfield for the Super Sectional. Beautiful, beautiful facility. There's a nice floater. That one off the back rim, no good. Rebound into the hands of Addison Buckley. Bringing it up the floor. Never been to Princeville. I might have to get to Princeville sometime and watch a game. 39 seconds to go here. Into the corner, there's Sennett. Picks up the dribble and double team comes. We got a whistle, a bump, and a foul called. Not a lot of fouls here in this first quarter with 31.7 seconds to go. Now, I'm not going to say what I did during the first. See, the first game, we had a quarter where it was no fouls at all until I said something, and then there were a couple of fouls to end the quarter. Into the corner, left wing three on the way. That one no good by Sennett. An offensive rebound by Calder. She's going to put the shot up. That one no good. And now going over the back is going to be Reagan Calder. So that'll be the second foul on the Lady Princes. 15.3 seconds to go here in quarter number one. 7-2, a low-scoring affair here in our regional semifinal. That one tipped and stolen away. Out to Street Matter. Nice pass. Inside, lays it up, no good, but a foul. That'll be two shots now for Bethany Sennett. .3 seconds to go here in quarter number one. It's the first one on the way. It's up, no good. Bethany Sennett. The That's My Man trend is alive and well here at A-Town High School.
Huh?
You missed it.
The what?
The That's My Man.
Yeah, I heard that.
Up, it worked again. That one didn't work though for Sennett. She puts that one in, and it makes it 8-2. That one's stolen on the inbound. There's a shot for Street Matter. 2 seconds, 1 second left. That one, nice block there right before the horn sounds. And a slow start here offensively, but the Lady Princes out in front. They lead it 8-2 as we step aside. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live. It's presented by MDH.
Whether it's an emergency situation or an outpatient scan, McDonough District Hospital's radiology department offers the tests you need right here in Macomb. If you need an MRI, a CT scan, ultrasound, x-ray, a bone density scan, or to schedule an annual mammogram, our experienced radiology staff will provide high-quality, compassionate care. McDonough District Hospital, your community radiology partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are getting ready to start quarter number two here in our regional semifinal. Princeville, the Lady Princes, out in front 8-2. Winner of this game will take on the A-Town Tornadoes, who are on to their third straight regional championship. Looking for that third straight regional crown. Winner of this regional will head to Bushnell, so they don't even have to travel too far if it's A-Town. That's certainly what they're going for. Nice pass to the baseline. Kicks it back out, top of the key, open look for three. That one no good. Good look there for the Indians to start quarter number two. Bringing it up the floor, here come the Lady Princes with it, left side. That's a two on the way. Sennett's shot no good, and the rebound goes to Katie Doe. 7:34 to go. That one right side. Oh, what a play. Saving that one from going out of bounds, I should say. Into the corner, Sienna Graham. Top of the key, there's Katie Doe. Open look for three. It's no good. Rebound. Into the hands of the Princes. Into the corner. Here's Sennett. With it up top, number 30, Lauren Bowers into the game. Jay joining us in the comments. Tuning in on the phone, not officiating tonight, watching Sherrard and Mercer County on the TV. Sherrard leading 18-12 with 2:49 to go in the second period. Appreciate the score update. Bringing it up the floor, here come the Indians off the miss. Into the corner, Sienna Graham. Back up top. Driving, little mid-range floater. Come on, that one goes! Count it, and a foul! Lainey Linthicum with the bucket and the harm. And this thing's starting to tighten up here a little bit in a low-scoring affair. 8-4. Next one on the way for Linthicum. It's up and good. So Linthicum with a three-point play. And suddenly that makes it a three-point game. 6:37 to go here in the second. Pass goes right side. Here's Sennett. Bowers, good ball movement here. Gets it to Street Matter. Inside, nearly losing the footing. And there's a shot, no good. Fight for the rebound. Whistle, tie up. And the possession arrow will keep it here with Princeville. 6:19 to go here. Playoff basketball. If anybody else has got any scores, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll see what the IHSA is reporting in 1A. Got the A-Town score up. I don't see much else going on here. Illini Bluffs, the 1 seed, beating United, 56-22. How about West Prairie pulling off the upset tonight at Fulton High School? West Prairie defeats Liberty, the 7 seed West Prairie, 36-32. There's an update for you. As we got another foul called. See if I can get some anything else here going on. I don't think there's any other scores of note. Regionally, anyway. At least in 1A. I'll pull up 2A and everything else during halftime. Foul called, though, as both teams now have committed a foul. Pass goes left side to Cameron Smith. Sahara Street Matter on the baseline. Finds Smith. That one blocked away. Out of bounds. Last touched by the Princes. Oh, what a play there defensively. I was trying to see who got their hand on it. I think it was number 25. That's Josie Wewell. What a block. As we got a whistle, we got a timeout. The Indians want to talk it over. It's a full timeout, so we will step aside as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I think the rewarding parts of my job are seeing people over time and getting to know them and getting to know their families. And that's very exciting to see them and get them better over time, especially if I'm able to find out something that other places haven't. And that's kind of what drew me to family medicine. You know, I try to get along with people and treat them as I would my family. Do what we can to get the patients taken care of day in and day out. It's pretty supportive. I'm Dr. Michael Waters. I'm a family physician here at the McDonough District Hospital Family Clinic.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. Second quarter of action here in the regional semifinal. Semifinal number 2 here on TSSR as the A-Town Tornadoes await the winner of this one. Will it be the Lady Princes or will it be the Indians? Brimfield. My scoreboard looks a little off. I don't know if that's just my camera, my angle here, or if that's something I can fix. Well, might have to look at that during the break. That shot up and good. Nice play there as Cameron Smith finds an opening right after the timeout and lays it up and in. It's not bugged on my end, though, is the problem. I don't know what's going on with the Brimfield side. I'll take a look at it here during halftime. Might just need to reboot the score bug here, if that's how it's showing up on YouTube. That shot left side 3 on the way. That one no good. And a rebound into the hands of the Indians. They'll bring it back up the other way. Update halftime, Sherrard leading Mercer County 20-15. Appreciate the update there from Jay. Said he's watching that game on his old TV. Got a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be 2 shots upcoming for the Indians. I like seeing the amount of people that are now streaming all these games on some sort of streaming platform. Because there's so many people. I hear it all the time when we do our games here. You just hear so many people who are unable to make it to some of these games, and they want to be here in spirit, so that's why so many places are trying to set up their streaming equipment, and we're we're very blessed that A-Town lets us come here, and all the other schools that we cover here on TSSR. We have so many schools now in the area that just enjoy our services, and we're blessed to get to do this. So appreciate everybody joining us here and being able to watch maybe on the phone while you're watching some other games made possible by other streaming services. So good to see that. There's Sahara Street Matter. That shot no good, and the rebound into the hands of the Indians. They'll bring it up the floor here. Low-scoring affair. The Indians still very much in this thing. That nice pass inside. There's a base. Oh, what a shot there from the free throw line. That one up and good as Laney Linthicum makes it a 1-point game. Here come the Indians. They trailed 8-2 to start things off after 1 quarter. Since then, they are outscoring Princeville 7-2. Out of bounds and a turnover. And here comes Brimfield with a chance to take the lead for the first time here today. Okay, so that's just my computer screen. All right, my computer screen's jacked up. I'm looking at the stream right now, and the score bug's okay. Nice pass inside, turnaround shot, lays it up and in. Skylar Minders gives Brimfield their first lead. 11-10 our score. 3:40 to go here in the half. Brimfield has come all the way back. Right side, driving. Good play defensively. Nearly got a tie up. There's a jumper from the elbow and a good answer from Lauren Bowers. From the elbow, that one up and good. Bowers makes it 12-11. Quickly the other way, breaking the pressure. Laying it up and in is Brimfield. Minders lays it up and in. 13-12 now the score. 3:10 to go here in the half. Now the offenses are cooking here over the last couple of minutes. Up top, here's Bowers. Inside pass to Street Matter. Backs down, turn around, right-handed shot. What a play. Sahara Street Matter. She's one heck of an athlete. As that one laid up and in. 14-13 now the score. Quickly the other way, finds her again, lays it up and in. They've run the same play the last 3 trips down the floor, and Princeville can't stop it. 15-14. Breaking that pressure. Indians in front again by 1. Pass goes. There's Bowers on the baseline. Shot no good. Rebound, whistle, foul, over the top. It'll be Brimfield basketball. They've pretty much ran, at least I would think, because you've found the same person wide open under the basket all 3 times. And it's been Skylar Minders. The last 3 baskets for the Indians. They're going to try to break the pressure again. They do. Get it across the timeline this time. They'll slow down their offense here and try to set up their open shot. With it up top, here's Laney Linthicum. Linthicum goes to the right, hands it off. Landry Quirum back into the ball game. It goes now left side to Sienna Graham. Right side, there's a 3 on the way. That one from downtown, Laney Linthicum. First 3 of the ball game for the Indians. 18-14, their biggest lead here in the ball game. Here's Bethany Sennett with it up top. Gets it to Street Matter by the volleyball line. Sahara Street Matter. Nice pass to the baseline. Nice save by Sennett there, excuse me. Driving, there's Street Matter. The Euro step to the rack, lays it up and in. Sahara Street Matter's got 8. The lead back down to 2. As that one whistled out of bounds. Last touch by Princeville. With 1:17 to go here in the half. Brimfield. What a turnaround here in the second quarter. They are outscoring Princeville here in this quarter 17 to 8. That is quite the turnaround. Up top, wide open look. There's Quirum, top of the key. That one from downtown. Landry Quirum hits a big shot. And the Indians are up 5 with under a minute to go. 21 to 16. Right side, here's Buckley going to put up a close shot. That one no good. Rebound into the hands of the Indians. 42 seconds to go here in the half. 21 to 16. 19 points for the Indians in this quarter alone after scoring 2 in the first. 25 seconds to go. Here's Linthicum. She's got 8. Her teammate Skylar Minders also has 8. 13 seconds left. Brimfield going to play for that final shot. 10 now to shoot. Right side with 5. Up top, here's Quirum. Goes to her left. That one stripped, stolen away. That one shot. Good if it goes. That one no good by Street Matter. And that'll end what turned out to be a low scoring but a wild half nonetheless. 21 to 16. Brimfield leads the Princeville Lady Princes at the half. What a first half it was. So we'll step aside. Got our friends from MDH standing by for an interview, and when we come back, we will get to the stats, take a look at the, get ready for the second half, I should say, and preview Thursday as well. Regional semifinal, game number 2. Who will face the hosts, the A-Town Tornadoes? We'll find out. Second half coming up as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
We're at halftime here. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by McDonough District Hospital. Our guest, Tim Piper from MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. Welcome.
Thank you much.
Tim, let's talk more about your background. Can you fill the viewers in on your experience, both education, teaching, and now at MDH?
Well, my background spans over 30 years of a combination of teaching, researching, conducting research, and training clients, athletes, and special populations. Over those 30 years, I have coached hundreds of different athletes for powerlifting and weightlifting, as well as preparing athletes for sport performance. I taught for 30 plus years in a university setting, and I've made the transition now to the private sector and excited about the opportunity.
You have your PhD.
Mm-hmm.
What other certifications you have? Namely, let's talk about your sport or your strength and conditioning.
Yeah. I am a certified strength and conditioning specialist through the National Strength and Conditioning Association. That's one of the common certifications you see people get in sport performance settings, one of the first ones people get usually. I'm also a national level coach for USA Weightlifting, and I've had certifications in functional movement screens and things along those lines too, so specialties.
Your PhD is in?
It's actually adult education and higher education. My master's degree and bachelor's degrees are both in exercise science or exercise physiology.
Well, looking back to 2025, I was trying to think, what's a good word to sum up 2025 for you? The only word I could think of was busy.
Very, yes. So in the transition, trying to get the performance center set up at the clinic in Lafayette, I've been in charge of purchasing, setting up, organizing the facility out there, as well as doing some work conditioning and some personal training out there already, and getting ready for sport performance classes as well as other courses.
Go back to the beginning. This is something that has been in the works for, I would say, a few years now. One of those dreams that finally become a reality. You mentioned North Lafayette Clinic, and that's where our sports performance center is. Start at the beginning when it came to how you wanted to have that vision for it. And I know you and Phyllis McLeod did a lot of work on this. Phyllis, the director of sports med and rehab. A lot of work went into this, but the vision of it, where did you start?
Well, it goes back years, really, but I've always been involved in training athletes at all levels, and having the chance to actually set up something new, something different in this community is great, I think. I've been limited over the years just because of availability. Now they have more availability. The idea of setting up a center that takes someone from the injured state rehabilitation, and then beyond that, and increasing human performance is really something that I think we've needed for a long time. So the idea of taking someone all the way through the full process from injured all the way through, once the DPTs are done, taking them to the next step of performance has really been the focus of everything, trying to increase as much as possible human performance.
You had an open space, trying to do a layout and design with equipment. Once you talk to the viewers about some of the equipment pieces that you've bought and your thought process for the whole layout of the center.
Okay, the center's set up so that we've got a mix of everything you need for fitness and sport performance. Some of the main unique things we've got, aside from the typical dumbbells, barbells, and cardio machines, we have some piece of equipment such as a turf track, which no one in the area has really, so we can simulate turf sprints, agility work. We also have some Atlas stones or Atlas balls for conditioning that's a little bit different than most people have, to simulate more work tasks or strongman competition type events even. And then we have Jacob's ladders, which is essentially a bear crawl on an incline. It's a different type of cardio exercise, but it involves both upper and lower body. And of course, lots of plyometric boxes and agility work, things like that is all out there too.
Focusing on athletes, really grades 6 and higher. So you're looking at junior high kids on up, high school, even college kids.
Yeah.
The blue chip speed and conditioning, and you can do injury prevention, strength and conditioning, you name it. You can develop a program really for anybody from that age group.
Yeah. And the idea is to try and make every stage of development, to cover every stage of development. And so we end up with Tucker Stevens is going to be helping with this as well a lot, taking the 6th graders on up. They'll be doing remedial work and basic work to learn how to move better, all the way through to the professional or the college athlete and professional level possibly, to actually improve performance and maximize speed, power, quickness, strength, agility.
How many times through the years have you heard, I wish my child could get bigger, faster, stronger?
Oh, it's countless. Yes. Happens all the time. And that's something that we always work on, is trying to improve, again, all types of athleticism, but those are the big things you hear about.
What's the best part of your job?
I just like the people. It's fun to work here. It's working with the clients is always fun, and I've always liked helping people.
And cardiac rehab, we should mention cardiac rehab. You also assist with that program as well. Yeah,
when they're a shorter person or there's need for it because of people taking time off, whatever else it is, I've been covering there for a while, and that's really been fun. Again, I always like helping people, and I've been helping people of all populations for years and years, and it's just fun to hear their stories and help them improve their life.
Well, if they have questions about the Sports Performance Center, they can call out to the North Lafayette Clinic. You can also go to mdh.org, and we do have photos of the center online. Tim, we want to thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much.
Tim Piper, MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. When we return, it's second half action. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by McDonough District Hospital.
Every town has its own rhythm, and here in Abingdon, Illinois, connection is part of what keeps its residents moving. At Mid-Century Fiber, we're proud to call places like Abingdon home, where our team members live, work, and drive the same streets as the people we serve. Because when your connection is built by your neighbors, it's more than service, it's community. Mid-Century Fiber, fast, local, and here for Abingdon.
I think the rewarding parts of my job are seeing people over time and seeing getting to know them and getting to know their families. And that's very exciting to see them and get them better over time, especially if I'm able to find out something that other places haven't. And that's kind of what drew me to family medicine. You know, I try to get along with people and treat them as I would my family. Do what we can to get the patients taken care of day in and day out. It's pretty supportive. I'm Dr. Michael Waters. I'm a family physician here at the McDonough District Hospital Family Clinic.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here from A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois. The A-Town Regional here on TSSR Game Time Live as the Princeville Lady Princes and the Brimfield Indians doing battle. Brimfield comes back after being outscored 8-2 in the first quarter and outscore the Princes 19-8, and now they lead it 21-16 as we get ready to head to our second half of action. I'll get to leading scorers here in a moment. Was going through some of the scores that IHSA is reporting. Some stunners I'm seeing. Of course, our game earlier here tonight saw A-Town knock off Rova Williamsfield by the score of 57-26. But the score that really caught my attention, well, you've got Illini Bluffs beating United 56-22. But the big story, and I think I hit it in the first half, West Prairie defeating Liberty tonight 36-32. So West Prairie is through and Liberty is out, which is very stunning to say the least. Mount Sterling, Brown County, they are on as well. They defeat Camp Point Central 68-34. And I'm looking at some other scores here, seeing if there's any involving local teams. I think that was the only other one involving relatively local teams here in West Central Illinois. So I think that is it. 2A, I saw Macomb was a winner. They were the 7 seed, and they stunned the 2 seed here tonight. Macomb beating IVC 55-33 in 2A. So there's some interesting scores coming up on the IHSA here tonight. If you got any score updates, feel free to pass them along in the comments section. But how about Liberty falling to West Prairie tonight? Who had that one on their bingo card? I think everybody was kind of expecting Illini Bluffs, A-Town, Brown County, and Liberty maybe to make it to that Bushnell sectional, but Liberty, at least, is out of the equation. Third quarter getting started as Brimfield will start with the basketball, bringing it left to right as you look at your screen. So let me update the scoreboard here as there's a shot. That one no good. It tipped around, and it's going to go falling out of bounds. Last touch by Brimfield, so the Lady Princes will take over. 21-16 is the score. We'll take a look at the updated scores before we go to before we sign off here tonight. I'll take a look at it as we move along here as well if we have some downtime. That one turned over. We got a close game though. So can't be scoreboard watching too much when you got a close game like this. 21-16 is the score as bringing it up the floor. Here come the Indians, losing the handle. We got a whistle and a foul, though. That's going to be on Princeville, and it'll be their first here in the quarter. 7:17 to go here in the third. 21-16 the score. And that foul going to be on Princeville, their first here in the quarter. It's going to be on Bethany Sennett, her second. Got a whistle and a travel on the inbound. And a travel and a turnover. Update from our friend Jay in the comments. Sherrard is leading Mercer County in the third quarter, 29-21. So they're a close one there. Is that 2A, Jay? Pretty sure that's 2A. But still, appreciate the score update there. There may be some folks in that area watching. I know Sherrard was here a couple of times throughout the year. Street Matter is fouled. That one no good. And that's going to send Sahara Street Matter to the line. The foul going to be on Skyer Minders. Shire Minders is what they're saying on the PA system, so I'm going to do that. Shire Minders. First one up and good for Street Matter. She's got 9 points here today. That is 2A. Okay, appreciate that, Jay. Steve, our friend Steve in the comments, watching that game as well, the game between Sherrard and Mercer County, says a very frustrating game there. Low scoring affair in this one as the Princeville Lady Princes were once up 8-2. A little frustrating for them here the second quarter. That one a foul, and that's going to send Landry Querim to the line. 6:42 to go here in the third quarter. Foul's going to be on Sahara Street Matter. Street Matter, by the way, for Princeville has 9 points to lead the way. 4 points for Bethany Sennett, 2 points for Lauren Bowers, and 2 points for Cameron Smith. First free throw up and good for Landry Queeram. 8 points each for Laney Linthicum and Shire Minders. And then it was 3 points until that free throw a moment ago. Second one, no good. Rebounded by Street Matter, so Landry Queeram has 4 points now in the ball game. Brimfield leads by 5. As we got a whistle, we got a foul called on Brimfield. 6.5 minutes to go here in the third. Foul going to be on Laney Linthicum. Her first, team second. Both teams now with 2. Let's get that updated on the scoreboard. 6:25 to go, right side. Here is Addison Buckley. She'll take an elbow jumper on the way. That one's short, and the rebound falls into the hands of Queeram. Here come the Indians, leading by 5, 22-17. A low-scoring affair here in this one, but every possession so close, or so important in a game like this. As a little pump fake, that shot might have been blocked right there. Shot no good by Josie Wewell. And the rebound, here comes Princeville with it. Nice pass to the baseline. A battle inside. We got a whistle and a tie-up. And the possession arrow will keep it here. 5:50 to go here in the third as Lady Princes will inbound the basketball here on the baseline. Get it back into the corner. There's a 3 on the way for Street Matter. A little strong there. And the rebound into the hands of Wewell. Brimfield bringing it up the floor here as the Indians looking to extend their lead. Biggest lead they've had is 5 as we got a whistle, tie up. And the possession arrow will keep it here. Our friend Sam joining us in the comments. Hey there, Sam. I'm assuming you were at the game here during our first one. That's why we didn't see you in the chat. We missed you there, Sam. Sam, a regular here on TSSR. Right side, 5:20 to go. Nice turnaround kick into the corner, driving the baseline. Watch that elbow there. That one, left side 3 on the way, no good. Rebound into the hands of Cameron Smith. Bringing it back, here comes Street Matter. Street Matter drives, kicks it out. A little inside-out action maybe here for Princeville. Haven't been able to find their shot here in this one. Their offense has gone real quiet since that first quarter. There's Street Matter. What a move right there. The Euro step laid up and in. Sahara Street Matter with the bucket. We have a whistle and a timeout called by Princeville as they're trailing by 3 points. We'll take it's a quick timeout. It doesn't give me a chance to shout out our sponsor, as A-Town is the host of this regional, so technically it is a presentation of A-Town Athletics, which means it's brought to you by our friends at Mid-Century Fiber, the hometown favorite for blazing fast internet, whether it's game day or every day. Mid-Century Fiber keeps you connected with the speed and reliability that you need. Call or text 309-778-3278 or visit fiberfastnow.com to join the winning team. 22-19 is the score. Is the timeout granted by the officials there. Both teams now with 4. Let's see if I've got that updated here. I do not on the, oops, I did fouls instead. There we go. Get it right. There we go. Shot up. That one no good. And the rebound. A whistle and a foul going to be called. See who that foul is going to be on. It looks like it's going to be on Princeville. It's going to be on Cameron Smith. I don't know if the voice might have been ready for 2 games in a row. Sure, go for it. Okay. Into the corner, there's a 3 on the way. That one a little strong by Queeram. And up the floor, here come the Lady Princes. We got a whistle and a tie-up. And possession arrow now will go to Brimfield. I think I'm just dehydrated.
Huh?
I think I'm just dehydrated.
Then drink water.
I'm trying. End of the third quarter, Sherrard leading Mercer County, according to Jay, 36-28. Still a good game there. Still a good game here, 3-point game. There's a jumper on the way for Cameron Smith. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound into the hands of Lainey Linthicum. She'll bring it up the floor here. Linthicum with 8 points. As that one is tipped, nearly stolen away. We got a whistle and another tie-up. A lot of tie-ups here down the stretch as this one going to be Brimfield basketball. 4:04 to go here in the third. Winner of this game will take on the A-Town Tornadoes. That pass inside, trying to get a shot up, trying to get a foul called was Josie Wewell, but that one might have been stripped out of bounds. Last touch by Princeville, so Brimfield will have the basketball again. Pass inside, and I don't know if that was supposed to be a pass or she looked like she was trying to go up for a shot, but it looked very similar to a pass. Either way, it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Again, off the Lady Princes. So they'll try it again. Brimfield with it, left side. Here's Katie Doe, inside pass. Gets it back out. Good ball movement here by the Indians this possession as, Street Matter could have been called for a reach there, didn't get the call. Turn around, there's Doe, shot no good. Offensive rebound, a whistle and a foul. And that's gonna send it's gonna send the Indians to the line. As that's the fourth foul on the Lady Princes, so the Indians are gonna be in the bonus the rest of the way. Shooting free throws. 3:39 to go as the first one on the way, no good. One more on the way now for Doe. Katie Doe on the way, off the rim, no good. So 0 for 2 keeps it a 3-point game. Street Matter across the timeline with 3.5 minutes to go. Third quarter, left side. Here's Bethany Sennett. Up top, tries to get it inside. She does, gets it to Buckley. Now to Cameron Smith, free throw line. She'll just try and take a shot. That one from the free throw line, up and good. Cameron Smith makes it a 1-point ball game. Things tightening up here, 22-21. We got us a ball game here, folks. Winner of this game again, getting A-Town in the regional championship. A whistle and a tie-up. And the possession arrow will now go to the Lady Princes. Princeville basketball. It has been a quiet quarter here for Brimfield after scoring 19 points in the second quarter alone. They have scored just 1 point here in the third. Street Matter kicks it right side to Buckley. Turnaround shot from the elbow. That one no good. Offensive rebound. Smith can't get it to go. Trying to give the Lady Princes the lead again. 2:42 to go here in the third. Left side, Katie Doe. Free throw line. Good find, gets it back out. Back to the free throw line, a jumper on the way. That one up and good. Shire Minders with the basket. As Minders makes it a 3-point game again. 2:20 to go here in the third. Left side, Cameron Smith. A pass inside, tipped, stolen away by Minders. Good play there defensively by the Indians. 2:10 to go here in the third. Indians looking to knock off Princeville here, the 4 seed. Princeville comes in, I believe they were the 7 seed here in this sectional, this sub-sectional that is. 1:48 to go. The pass goes to the baseline. Extra pass to Minders. Back out. Corner 3 on the way. No good. Rebound to Street Matter. Back the other way. Here comes Sahara Street Matter. Inside. Offensive foul. That's going to be a foul on Street Matter. That'll be her second. Good play getting into position. Didn't see who took the foul. Took the charge, but earning her stripes there. That foul going to be on the Princes. Their 5th. Offensive foul, though, so it'll be just Brimfield basketball. No free throws. 24-21 the score. Indians leading. with it left side, a three on the way. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound, Addison Buckley. Back the other way, here comes Sahara Street Matter. Volleyball line, right side, there to Bethany Sennett. Back inside to Buckley, that one just taken away. A nice block by, who else? Shire Minders. She has been excellent here in this ball game. Under a minute to go. 24-21, free throw line. Here's Doe, gonna take it, right-handed layup, no good. Offensive rebound. Back out to the Indians. They'll reset into the corner. Good ball movement, jumper on the way. Minders again. She's got a dozen. The lead's back up to 5. 35 seconds to go here in the third. Pass goes left side, a three on the way from the wing, off the back rim, no good. Rebound, tipped out, fought for, and into the hands of the Indians. Here comes Graham with it the other way, all the way to the basket, lays it up and in! Sienna Graham with her first bucket. It was a big one, biggest lead of the day for the Indians. 28-21, 10 seconds to go here in the third. Free throw line, Addison Buckley. She'll take a shot from the free throw line, no good. Rebound into the hands of Brimfield, and they will slow things down and end the third on a little bit of a rally. A 6-0 run to end that quarter. We got a ball game here, folks. Winner goes to the regional championship. 28-21 our score. We're back in a moment. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as the fourth quarter about to get underway here in our regional semifinal number 2, as the Princeville Lady Princes and the Brimfield Indians do in battle here tonight. Winner of this game will take on the A-Town Tornadoes in the regional championship on Thursday evening. 1 quarter to figure this one out. It has been quite the ball game. Brimfield was leading by just 1 point just a few moments ago, but they went on a little bit of a flurry there down the stretch. A 6-0 end to the third quarter, which in a low-scoring game like this felt more like a 12-14-0 run, I tell you. That one stings a little bit if you're Princeville, trying to figure things out here offensively. Pass goes inside. That shot blocked out of bounds. Princeville's had a lot of blocks here in this game. 7:35 to go here in the fourth. Pass goes into the corner. It's Lainey Linthicum. Excellent here tonight for Brimfield. Excellent first half anyway. She was a little quiet there in the third. Pass up top, left side, Katie Doe. That one tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Street Matter. 7:17 to go here in quarter number 4. Regional semifinal. Crowd is kind of thinned out here a little bit. A very pro A-Town crowd in our first game. Folks have filed out here, but this will be a wild scene come Thursday night for that regional championship. Right side, here's Linthicum, baseline, kicks it, nice pass, cutting to the basket, lays it up and in! Josie Wewell with her first basket here in the ball game. She's got 3 points, and it's 30-21 the score. Biggest lead of the game for the Indians. Lady Prince has got to get something figured out, and that's certainly not going to help. That one's stolen away. 9-point lead here for the Indians. They go right side. Sienna Graham with it. Inside pass. Now back out to Graham. Left side Linthicum. Into the corner to Doe. Good ball movement here again. Indians have had good ball movement all second half. Feels like. Nice pass inside. Back out. Top of the key. There's a three on the way for Linthicum. Back rim, no good. That would have been a huge one. It's an 8-0 run here for the Indians. Up the floor, here comes Street Matter left side. Reagan Calder back to Senate. There's a jumper on the way, no good. Rebound. Battled for, whistle, tie up. And we got a tie up. Coach for Brimfield wanted to get a timeout in, but couldn't get it in quick enough. 3:09 to go. Sherrard up 44-31 over Mercer County, starting to pull away in that one. Sherrard's a good team. That doesn't surprise me there in that one. There's a jumper on the inbounds. Buckley's shot halfway down and out. Offensive rebound by Buckley. Extra pass finds the open Cameron Smith, who lays it up and in. Finally ends that long scoring drought, but the Lady Prince has got to get something figured out here in the long game, as they're down still by 7. That one's stripped out of bounds. Last touch by Addison Buckley. 5.5 minutes to go here in the fourth. We got a whistle. We got a timeout. It's a full timeout for the Indians. They want to talk things over. They want to make sure they're on the same page here. They take a full timeout, so we'll take a break. We're back in a moment. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My name is Kelsey Cunningham. I'm a nurse practitioner with the cardiology department here at McDonough District Hospital. Cardiology is like a big puzzle. A lot of things can be traced back to the heart, and to see somebody in your office at the beginning of the process really down on themselves and, not feeling like their best self, and I think in their mind never really thinking that they're going to recover from that, to fast forward 6 months where they're back doing things they once did. It's the ultimate goal, and I love to see it happen.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we're in the fourth quarter. The Princeville Lady Princes in a little bit of trouble here, down by 7. Brimfield calling a timeout, though. Making sure their players are all on the same page. There are some big bags of popcorn making their way around. What is that all about? There he is, right there, bottom of the screen. You just saw him. I don't know what that's all about. They might have made too much popcorn tonight. I'll take some of that. Flag that kid down. Jumper from the free throw line. Minders, can't get it to go. And bringing it back the other way, here's Street Matter. Nice pass to Buckley inside, puts up a close shot that's no good. Rebound. Still plenty of time here for Princeville, but got to make some more stops and get that offense going here, trailing by 7. 5 minutes to go. There's a jumper from the baseline. That one no good. Tip out of bounds. Oh, no, last touch by Brimfield. So it'll be Princeville basketball. 30-23 as Brimfield, they've been on a couple of runs here in this ball game. They ended the first half on a 6-0 flurry and then started the second half started the third quarter, actually outscored them in the third quarter at 1 point, 8-0. Start going into the fourth quarter. Top of the key, there's a three on the way. That one no good. So a couple of runs here. Yeah, let me do my math here again real quick. So a little 6-0 burst there to end the half. And then it was that 6-0 run at the end of the third, 8-0 run overall that gave them their largest lead, but then Brimfield throws it away, so they're giving Princeville some chances. In a low-scoring affair, these extra possessions certainly valuable for the Lady Princes. They trail 30-23. They'll bring it up the floor. Here comes Sahara Street Matter. 11 points for her here in the ball game. Addison Buckley had that one stripped. We got a scruff for the basketball there. Whistling a tie-up. Possession arrow will now go to Brimfield. So it's been a much more physical game. Well, the first game was a little physical as well, but this is a very physical game between two very physical teams. This is playing to each team's playing style. And that's what they're going to have to do if they're going to slow down A-Town come Thursday night. Right side with under 4 minutes to go. Up top to Sienna Graham. Moves to her left, hands it off. Katie Doe. Now back to Linthicum. Linthicum goes right side into the corner. Lainey Linthicum, head fake, and gets it back up top. Tipped out of bounds. Nice play there defensively by Reagan Calder. But it will stay here with the Indians. Whistling a timeout for Princeville. They need a full timeout. So we'll take it with them. We're back in a moment. TSSR Game Time Live. It's presented by MDH. Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we're in the fourth quarter here of our regional semifinal number 2. Winner of this game will take on the A-Town Tornadoes, who were victorious in our first game of the day, beating Rova Williamsfield 57-26. So, winner will come back here Thursday night and try to seal up a regional championship. Have to steal it out of the hands of the A-Town Tornadoes, who have won 2 regional championships in a row. 3:40 to go here in the fourth. Brimfield with the basketball as they'll take it into the corner. What are you doing? Into the corner. Tried to get it out, but that's tipped and stolen away by Street Matter. Here comes Sennett right side to Street Matter. Free throw line goes back to the baseline. Left side, 3 on the way. That one off the back rim. That was a good look there for Calder. And then that one stripped, but into the backcourt and an over and back. Just been one of those nights for the Lady Princes. Even when things go good for them, they end up going bad. Final score, Sherrard beats Mercer County, 48-33. Appreciate those score updates there, Jay. I'll get some more score updates in the IHSA scoreboard after this game is concluded, before we sign off for the night. Try to set the scene for Thursday as best we can. Here's Street Matter with it. Back the other way here, under 3 minutes to go. Inside pass to Buckley. She'll go into the paint. Free throw line. Left side, there's a 3 on the way for Street Matter. That was halfway down and out. Rebound back into the hands of the Indians. They'll bring it up the floor. Getting it right side. Here's Sienna Graham. Good ball movement. Finds an open man inside. Turnaround shot. Lays it up and in. Shire Minders has got another one. That pushes the lead up to 9. That ends a long scoring drought for both sides. As we got a whistle. Shot goes. Count it. And a foul. The Brimfield fans not happy with the call, but the bucket is going to count, and the foul is going to be on Shire Minders. Her third foul. That's going to be the first foul here of the quarter, I believe. If you're either side, that or the foul's reset. And that's going to send Street Matter to the line, shooting one more, and she makes that one count. So a 3-point play for the Lady Princes, and things are getting interesting again. We got a whistle, we got a timeout. Don't know who the timeout was on here. We'll find out. It's a 30-second timeout for Princeville. They're down to 2 left. 2:19 to go here. This game brought to you by Mid-Century Fiber, the hometown favorite for blazing fast internet, whether it's game day or every day. Visit Mid-Century Fiber. They keep you connected with the speed and reliability that you need. Call or text 309-778-3278. Visit fiberfastnow.com or visit fiberfastnow.com to join the winning team. 2:19 to go. So a shot made by Brimfield. Turnaround, a basket and one for Sahara Street Matter. Sahara Street Matter, beg your pardon. And with 2:19 to go, we still got a 6-point ball game. A little full court pressure here from the Lady Princes. Picking up the dribble. Got to get this one across the timeline. And dribbling it off her foot out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover. Linthicum lost it off her shoe out of bounds. And things starting to get a little interesting here. Here come the Lady Princes into the corner. There's a three on the way. That one from downtown. Lauren Bowers hits that one. Lady Princes are down 3. Under 2 minutes to go. And then that one's stolen away. Bringing it back the other way. Left-handed shot. That one no good. Reagan Calder couldn't get that one to go. A tough missed shot. And here comes Brimfield the other way, a whistle and a foul. 1:38 to go, a whistle and a foul on Sahara Street Matter. That is going to be her first, team's first. Both teams now with a foul. I put the foul on the wrong team last go around. Sienna Graham with it, 1:35 to go here in the fourth. 32-29, 3-point game. Winner goes to the regional championship. Onto the baseline. Up top, here is Lainey Linthicum. Linthicum, double team comes. Close to over and back, they get it to Katie Doe. Back up top to Graham, good ball movement, getting it left side. Here's a pass to Doe. That one tipped, and Graham comes away with it. Able to save it. Here's Doe into the corner, 1 minute to go. Here in the regional semifinal, Graham. Brimfield A-OK with wasting more time. This is why you need a shot clock here, folks, by the way. That one's stripped and stolen away, and a foul is called. It's going to be a foul on Brimfield, but since there's only one foul on Brimfield up to this point, it's only going to be an inbounds play. So that's going to be a foul on the Indians. 32-29, here comes Street Matter. 45 seconds to go here in the fourth. Princeville needs a bucket. Don't need to be a three, but they're going to go for it. That shot no good. Offensive rebound, Sahara Street Matter, a whistle and a tie-up. See what the possession arrow is. It's going to stay here with the Lady Princes. Steve pointing out, got to make those layups. See how the missed layup there. Certainly the big difference here in this ball game there a few moments ago. Up top. That one ends up into the hands of Bethany Sennett. We got a push and a foul call. Brimfield, they don't hate that call there. Only their third foul. Chance to burn more clock, 31.6 seconds to go. So they will inbound the basketball right in front of us. Inbounds play. Here is Addison Buckley. Buckley kicks it out. Lauren Bowers, right wing three for the tie. That one no good. And rebound, fought for, ends up in the hands of Brimfield, and a whistle and a timeout. Brimfield gets the timeout, a full timeout. Full timeout, we'll take a break. We're back in a moment. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
The Tumble Fresh option keeps clothes in the washer fresh with periodic tumbling until they're ready for the dryer. Finish laundry in under an hour with a 25-minute quick wash and 30-minute timed dry in the matching dryer. Whirlpool. Everyday care.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. Fourth quarter underway here, 22.6 seconds to go as Brimfield able to get that timeout there a moment ago. And things have gotten interesting here in this one. 32-29 our score, as the Lady Princes of Princeville going to be looking to make a stop or try to send this game to the free throw line. 20 seconds to go. They're going to have to start fouling here shortly as the pass goes. Double team. 15 seconds. Got to get those fouls in. They still got a couple fouls before they're over the limit. And the foul called, that is not on Brimfield. That's going to be on Princeville. Let's get the fouls situation all squared up. Been adding the fouls to the wrong team. I've had the teams backwards all day. That one, a push and a foul. That's a foul going to be on Lauren Bowers. Fourth team foul. Oh, excuse me. No, I was right the first time. Let's see, what am I doing here? That pass goes into the backcourt. Whistle of foul now called. Now that's the fourth foul. I had the foul in the situation mixed up. Oh, heavens, 10.9 seconds to go. Now got to foul one more time, and then Princeville will be over the limit. They get it back into the backcourt once again. 8 seconds left. This is going to burn some more clock, and a whistle and a foul. Burning a lot of time. Executed to perfection are the Brimfield Indians in this late game situation. Burning so much clock as Princeville had to, get the fouls because they hadn't hardly had any fouls here in this quarter. Executed to perfection. They burn so much of this fourth quarter clock, and now the Lady Princes are only going to have 6 seconds left here, and free throws on the way for Katie Doe. First one on the way, off the back rim, no good. Still could have a one-score game, though, if Doe misses this free throw. Got a box out here if you're Princeville. The shot on the way. It's up and good, though. Katie Doe hits that one. Her first point of the ball game is the biggest point of the ball game. That makes it a 4-point ball game, 33-29. What a basket there for the Indians. And that might be all they need to get them into the regional championship game. Winner of this game will take on A-Town. A-Town has faced both of these teams here. Princeville they faced twice. Brimfield they faced in an early season tournament. So the two teams, if Brimfield is able to move on, those two teams a little different, to say the least. Whereas Princeville, they just faced each other not that long ago. So if Princeville can get the job done, it'd be the third time they're facing one another. And who knows, maybe things would be a little different this time. A-Town has handled them both times earlier this season, but maybe the third time would be the charm. 6 seconds to go. Princeville got to move quickly here. Down by 4. Shot up from the volleyball line. We got a whistle. Oh, we got to travel. We got to travel, and that's going to do it. 1.9 seconds to go. And a turnover by the Lady Princes, and the Brimfield Indians are on to their way to the regional championship game. They pull off the upset and knock off the Princeville Lady Princes here this evening. Final score is 33-29. What a ball game. Low scoring affair here between these two. Thursday, 6:30. I'll be here about 5:30. So the Brimfield Lady Indians are headed to the regional championship game again. They will face off against the A-Town Tornadoes. We'll talk about that. We'll preview that for you here in just a moment. But boy, what a night! As Brimfield fell behind 8-2 to start this ball game in the first quarter. Their offense just looked lost out there throughout portions of that ball game, especially in that first quarter. But whatever conversation was had at the end of the first quarter and going into the second quarter, boy, that's certainly it certainly lit a fire under this Indians team. And the Brimfield Indians are now going to play for a regional championship against a team who has won the last 2 regional championships. So there's going to be a lot at stake here coming up Thursday night, and we're pretty excited to have it for you here on TSSR. So let's take a look at the numbers here between these two, as Brimfield finishing this one here 33-29. And the leading scorer here in this one, Shire Minders. Boy, she was excellent there down the stretch at the end of the second quarter. And then to start the third quarter, she had a couple of excellent buckets there to make things, make things all Brimfield at that point. Part of that 8-0 run that really just flipped this game upside down for the Indians. So Shire Minders, a big reason why. She had 14 points here in this ball game. Lainey Linthicum, she had some big buckets as well for the Indians. She had 8 points, 4 points for Landry Quirum, 3 points for Josie Wewell, 2 points for Sienna Graham, and 1 point for Katie Doe. For the Princeville Lady Princes, it was Sahara Street Matter doing what she could. She had 14 points. She was flying all over the floor here tonight, doing what she could to keep the Lady Princes in the ball game, but it was just not enough. I mean, she is one heck of an athlete, and she is only a junior, so she'll be back next year for Princeville. So that's good news for the Lady Princes. Going to have her in a uniform once again in the 2026-2027 basketball season. But Sahara Street Matter finishing with 14 points. Cameron Smith had 5 points for Lauren Bowers. Hit a couple of shots to really draw things a little bit closer. I believe it was her 3 that made it a 1-point game at one point in the third quarter. But then Brimfield went on a run and then kind of pulled things away in the end. So 5 points for Lauren Bowers, 4 points for Bethany Sennett here in this ball game. So the Indians, though, headed to the regional championship. They'll face off against the A-Town Tornadoes. That'll be Thursday night. We'll have that for you here. 6:30 is when that one will get underway. So we'll have the pregame. We'll probably try to go on a little bit early, around 6:20. But we'll have that right here on this YouTube page. So make sure you're subscribed. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on when we go live here from A-Town High School for that regional championship game. The Indians and the Tornadoes should be a fun one. So those are a couple of your final scores. A-Town winning 57-26 earlier here tonight. Let's take a look at some of the scores around the IHSA here this evening. There were a couple of stunners. Illini Bluffs, that was no stunner. The 1 seed defeating the 9 seed United 56-22. So Illini Bluffs is on to the regional championship game. One stunner, though, here tonight was in Fulton, the Fulton High School. West Prairie defeats Liberty tonight 36-32. So the Cyclones of West Prairie are on their way to the regional championship as the 7 seed. They knock out the 2 seed Liberty. That certainly caught a lot of attention here tonight. Brown County moving on here tonight. They defeat Camp Point Central 68-34. Let's see here. A couple of other scores, if there are any in 1A. I don't think there are of note to us. Those are kind of the teams that are going to be, well, West Prairie is a team that we cover here on TSSR, so that's why I gave that one there for you. But a lot of the other teams that I covered are going to be in the sectional. The winner of this regional will go to the Bushnell sectional, so those are some of the teams that will potentially be there. So certainly a lot of folks in the audience keeping a very close eye on that. Let's take a look at the 2A scores, see if there was anything of note. Of course, we had our friend in the comments, Jay, keeping us up to date. Sherrard defeats Mercer County 48-33. Macomb, the big stunner there, another team that we cover here on TSSR. Macomb is the 7 seed, upsets IVC 55-33. And then let's see, were there anything else of note in 2A that's come across the wire yet? I don't see anything. So it might be a quiet night there in 2A basketball. But we do appreciate our friend Jay joining us in the comments to give us those updates. I'll check 3A, but I don't think there's any schools in our area that we cover. Galesburg got a win here tonight. Galesburg 57-25. That, I think, is it in 3A. 4A, I know there's probably no teams of note there. Let's see here. But just to check, you never know. Nope, nothing of note there. So that's how things are going to play out here tonight. So the A-Town Tornadoes moving on. They will face the Brimfield Indians, who just knocked off Princeville here tonight. A little bit of an upset there. Again, the 6th seed of Brimfield, but boy, Brimfield is always tough when it comes postseason time. So they're a tough out, and they showed it here tonight. 33-29, the Indians on their way to the championship game. We will have the championship game for you Thursday, again around 6:20 is when we plan on going on the air. Should be a fun one. Hope you guys are able to join us. Again, just subscribe to our YouTube page. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss when we do go live on Thursday evening. That's going to do it, though, for us here tonight. For my camera girl, Alyssa, my name's Wyatt Reed. It's been an absolute pleasure broadcasting the Class 1A Regional Semifinals. The regional championship on Thursday night, and we will have it for you here. Can't wait for that. Thanks for joining us. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.